The movie begins with a girl named Susie who is talking about her memories. On her 12th birthday, her parents gifted her a camera. She loved capturing moments and dreamed of becoming a wildlife photographer. She would often go around the neighborhood taking pictures of people. Susie also talks about how she and her siblings used to visit a sinkhole with their father, a place that seemed to swallow things. There was also a girl named Ruth who was considered strange by everyone at school. But Susie believed that Ruth could feel things that others couldn't. She then recalls a terrifying day from her life when her younger brother Buckley started choking and couldn't breathe. Their parents weren't home, so Susie drove her father's car by herself and rushed Buckley to the hospital, saving his life. Everyone felt relieved. After that, her grandmother told her that she would have a long life because she saved her brother. But Susie says her grandmother was wrong because she was murdered at the age of 14. Her father, Jack, is an accountant and also makes ships inside bottles as a hobby. Susie helps him with this work. One day, Susie tells her mother that she has used all 24 rolls of film she got on her birthday and asks her to get them developed. Her mother is surprised, but her father says they will develop one roll each month. Jokingly, Susie says, "At this rate, I'll see my childhood photos when I'm old." After that, Susie's mother gives her a hat she made with her own hands. Then Susie and her younger sister Lindsay leave for school. But their neighbor, Harvey, is watching them from his window. At school, a boy named Ray comes to Susie. She likes him a lot. Nervous, she drops her books. Ray puts a note inside her math book, a poem he wrote for her. Then he tells her that she is very beautiful and asks her to meet him at the mall gate. Susie feels happy and, on her way home, takes a shortcut through a field. Ruth is also heading home. On the way, the note slips from Susie's hand and starts flying away. Harvey, who is standing nearby, tries to catch it, but it flies off. He then tells Susie that he has built a special place for kids in the middle of the field. At first, Susie refuses, but eventually, she agrees to see it. Harvey opens a hidden door and shows her a small underground clubhouse filled with toys and candles. After making sure no one is around, he closes the door and comes inside. But his intentions are not good. After talking sweetly for a while, he removes his coat, making an excuse about the heat. Soon, Susie starts feeling uncomfortable. She tries to climb the ladder to get out, but Harvey pulls her back. Somehow, she manages to break free and runs outside. As she runs, Ruth finds the note on the ground and sees Susie running past her in panic. Ruth looks at her strangely, as if she senses something is wrong. When Susie doesn't return home for a long time, her mother gets worried and reports her missing to the police. Her father, Jack, starts searching for her near the mall, but no one has seen her. Meanwhile, Susie finds herself in a strange, silent place. She sees her father and calls out to him, but he cannot hear or see her. Suddenly, as a car passes by, everything disappears. Terrified, Susie runs back home, but soon realizes that this strange place is not her real home. She notices light coming from under a door. When she enters, she sees a man bathing. There is mud and red stains on the floor. On the sink, she sees her bracelet, and when the man removes the cloth from his face, she realizes it is Harvey. Susie realizes that Harvey has killed her, and now she exists in another world. Meanwhile, Detective Lynn finds Susie's hat in the field, but Harvey has already destroyed the area to hide evidence. Still, they find traces of blood, and everyone believes that Susie is dead. Susie's father promises her mother that he will find her no matter what. On the other side, Harvey is busy destroying all evidence in his house. When Detective Lynn comes to question him, he acts normal and tries to stay calm. Suddenly, Harvey remembers that he left Susie's bracelet near the dollhouse. Before the detective notices it, he quickly hides it. Susie now finds herself in a different world, for where she can see Ray sitting sadly. Ruth comes to him and returns the note he had written for Susie. She shares his grief, but also tells him that Susie is still around because she saw her even after her death. In this world, Susie meets another girl named Holly. Holly tells her that she needs to move on and explains that this place is between earth and heaven, where souls stay for some time before moving forward. She tells Susie that she is dead and should come with her to heaven. But Susie refuses, saying she wants to go back home, and runs in the opposite direction. At home, her father is completely broken and starts smashing all the ships inside bottles. Susie watches all of this from her world. Then her father stops when he sees one bottle that he made with Susie and sits down in silence. Her mother, heartbroken, covers Buckley's ears so he doesn't hear his father crying. Susie sees her father sitting near a candle and tries to signal her presence by flickering its flame. Her father, determined to keep his promise, starts developing one roll of her camera film every month. He even calls Detective Len and says he is sure that the person who killed Susie is someone she knew. He meets Len and begins explaining how he wants to solve the case in his own way. But Susie's mother gets angry with him because it has already been 11 months since Susie died. Susie's father still refuses to believe that she is gone. He calls his mother to come and help take care of Susie's family. Later, when Lindsay goes out for a walk with her dog, the dog starts barking loudly at Harvey's house and doesn't stop until Harvey goes inside. Lindsay begins to feel suspicious of him, but leaves. Susie's mother, trying to escape the pain, stops going into Susie's room. One day, she gets a job offer far away at an orchard. She leaves a letter for Susie's father and goes away for some time, hoping to move on from the memories. Lindsay also falls in love with a boy. Susie feels happy for her, but also sad, knowing those moments were meant to happen in her own life too, until Harvey took that away from her. Ray now spends time with Ruth, but still remembers Susie sometimes. Slowly, Susie starts fading from everyone's memories. But what troubles her the most is that her killer is still free. Harvey's dark desires return, and now he starts thinking about Lindsay as his next target. He knows Lindsay suspects him, so he begins planning her murder in his notebook, just like he did with Susie. 2 years later, Susie's father finally develops her last camera roll. In one of the photos, he sees Harvey standing with him. This raises his suspicion that Harvey might be the killer. He goes to Harvey's house, where Harvey is seen building a wooden structure in his garden. Susie's father picks up a dried rose from a nearby bush, and at the same moment, in her world, Susie takes out a rose from a mysterious box. At that exact moment, the rose in her father's hand appears fresh and blooming for a second. Her father, pretending to help Harvey, tries to understand him better, and soon his suspicion turns into certainty. But Harvey also realizes this and quickly goes inside his house. In anger, Susie's father shouts at him and punches the door so hard that he makes a hole in it. Later, Detective Len explains to him that he cannot accuse someone without proof. Lindsay also tells him that she suspects Harvey, but since there is no evidence, the police have already closed the case. Susie's father tells Len that maybe it's time to move on and thanks him for all his support. But that same night, after everyone falls asleep, he quietly takes Buckley's baseball bat and heads toward Harvey's house to take revenge. He sees Harvey walking toward the fields and starts following him, but soon Harvey disappears from his sight. Still, he doesn't stop and continues searching in the fields. Susie tries to stop her father, but he cannot hear her. Thinking he has found Harvey, he approaches a couple instead, but the boyfriend mistakes him for a thief and beats him badly, while Harvey secretly watches everything. Later, Susie's father is taken to the hospital, and Susie feels deep regret because she couldn't stop him. Susie decides to face Harvey herself and goes to his house in her world, where she starts seeing glimpses of his past victims. She realizes that Harvey is a serial killer who has killed many children, not just her. One of those victims is Holly, who is now with Susie. She also sees the same mysterious box in which Harvey had kept her dead body after killing her. Meanwhile, Lindsay enters Harvey's house by breaking the basement window when she finds he is not home. She starts searching for evidence and finds a diary hidden under the floor in one of the rooms. In that diary, Harvey had written his plans before killing his victims. She even finds the plan he made before killing Susie. Just then, Harvey returns home. Hearing the sound of pages turning, he reaches Lindsay. But Lindsay grabs the diary and jumps out of the window, running back toward her home. Harvey realizes that his game is over, so he quickly packs his things and escapes. When Lindsay reaches home, she sees that her mother has returned. She shows everyone Harvey's diary, and the police immediately rush to his house. But it's too late. Harvey has already reached the sinkhole to dispose of the box containing Susie's body. Ruth secretly watches him from a distance. In the other world, Susie meets the souls of all the girls Harvey had killed. Together, they begin moving toward heaven. Holly tells Susie that she is now free and asks her to come to heaven. But Susie says she is not fully free yet. She returns one last time through Ruth and meets Ray. The two share a final kiss. Outside, Harvey pushes the box into the sinkhole and runs away. Susie also returns to her world. After some years, we see Susie's parents together again, living peacefully. Her sister Lindsay is now pregnant with her first child. Meanwhile, Harvey is in another city looking for a new victim. He tries to lure a girl into his car, but she refuses. Suddenly, a sharp piece of ice falls from above, hits him, and he falls backward into a deep pit, dying instantly. He finally gets punished for his crimes. Susie's mother finally enters her room and accepts her death. After that, Susie, in her voice, wishes everyone a happy life. She finally chooses to go to heaven with the other girls and says goodbye to the world. And with that, the movie comes to an end.